Hello and welcome to Pacifist Percent, a series where a desire for self-pain isn't just an asset, it's a necessity to complete the game.
Whoa! Watch it! Unbelievable!
We now move into the mission 3's company, where we meet Dave and his superior Steve Haynes, who thank us for confirming that Mr. K was not one of the corpses in the morgue. We of course didn't actually confirm any such thing, we simply ran past, so I guess you can not complete objectives and the game will just say fuck it and let you progress anyway.
Well, isn't this nice?
Well done with our friend, Mr. K.
My pleasure.
Why don't you keep your fucking voice down before I close your fucking windpipe?
You got it, pal.
Steve explains that he wants information from Mr. K so that he can use it to get a boost in his career. Michael, Franklin and Trevor are therefore tasked with kidnapping Mr. K from the IAA before Mr. K can give the information to anyone else.
Now run along, kids.
Steve stresses that there is simply no time to lose, so we rush over to meet Trevor and Franklin, taking the quickest route possible.
Franklin. Come on, you better take off. Really.
Shit, I'm good. I ain't bailing.
Whoa. What, am I detecting some sort of...
Come on! No! Not quite.
Yeah, whatever.
So we get to the top of the IAA building, where Michael carries out the foolproof plan of hanging between two government agency buildings while being suspended by a helicopter in broad daylight. I am not convinced that adequate words exist to communicate the stupidity of that scenario.
Next, I'll have this thing so far up your ass, your tonsils will be playing shadow puppets.
You should never go anywhere without one. They can be duplicated, and you can even shove one up your ass and make shadow puppets. Buy a flashlight today. Sponsored by Rockstar.
See how you feel when this is 18 inches deep inside.
Now that may be the most aggressive marketing strategy I have ever seen. Smashing through the window could have caused people to be killed and disrupt any potential shadow puppet showing, so I waited outside, but alas, not a single shadow puppet was shown before Michael died. Well, that doesn't leave me with many options now, does it?
Who the fuck is this? Terminate him!
Okay, I can use a little backup here.
Once inside, Michael seemed too intent on grinding on Mr. K to shoot anyone, so he quickly met his end.
We are good for...
Switching to Franklin did nothing to help our situation, as Michael was still too preoccupied to shoot any of the enemies.
Take them down!
Shooting around the enemies does cause them to stagger, giving Michael the perfect opening to do nothing and die. Sadly, I was left with no other option but to lovingly obliterate someone. But I had to find out who had to die in order for me to progress, so I killed the 6 enemies in different variations to see if I could leave any alive. Here is a quick summary of the results. All hope was not lost, however, as I did discover something quite interesting. Oddly, of all the enemies in that room, this guy specifically can't kill Michael. So I decided to wait as long as possible to see if anything would change, eventually deciding to see what would happen if I ran out of ammo. You might think only someone truly insane would spend 20 minutes firing 380 bullets from a sniper rifle. You'd of course be correct. I even started writing words suggested from my Twitch chat. Sub, like, thick, DV69. I ran out of bullets as I was finishing off Uwu, and then nothing. I was softlocked. I could not progress or do anything really. I am sure many of you are concerned that this game-breaking bug may hamper your future enjoyment of the game, but have no fear. After reporting the issue to Rockstar, it was fixed in the most recent patch. You're welcome. I had no choice but to reload a save file, but unfortunately I forgot to save before entering Three's Company. This meant I had to redo Dead Man Walking, but have no fear, I still got the same haircut.
There are no good gods, boy. Thought I taught you that.
Getting back to business, I decided to leave no stone unturned in my trek up Tedium Mountain, so I waited until midnight before scaling down the building. I guess Steve's warning that time was of the essence really meant jack all, as I can just take my time because the IAA won't do anything until I get there.
Okay, here we go.
So unfortunately I was left with no choice but to kindly relieve these 6 gentlemen of their burdens.
What the hell is going on? Come on, man! No. We got a window, T. Pull us out.
Staggeringly, the next sequence went down quite well, as Michael apparently decided that his gun is more than simply a decorative item, and so he takes down all the enemies himself.
Hey, we need to be clear of this building.
There's guys shooting at you, Mikey. That's unfinished business. Clean it up. We'll move on. You damn softy.
I knew you were a liability, you fucking turd.
Hey, I can't get a shot at this last dude, man. You gotta take his ass out.
Okay, I lied, but it's your fault for believing me. Michael will simply refuse to kill one random enemy in the middle of the sequence for seemingly no reason. As Franklin wouldn't kill him either, I had no choice but to axe him myself, and Michael describes this situation perfectly.
This is a bad freaking joke.
Stop your whining!
Switching back to Franklin, Michael will resume attacking as if he didn't just momentarily forget how to use his gun.
Get us out of here.
Ah! Why me? Why me? Hey, chill the fuck out.
That's it. Get us out of here.
Roger that. Whoa! Looks like we've attracted the attention of their air unit.
The air units of course were a bit tricky. Franklin couldn't move, so he was effectively useless, and hoping that Michael and Trevor would simply take them out didn't go so well. Taking control of Trevor meant that Michael would destroy all the helicopters except the one firing rockets at Franklin. This was a problem because Michael simply refused to shoot at the helicopter regardless of what I did, as if it were holding the sole copy of a good ending to Game of Thrones. Eventually I had the idea that I could push the helicopter down so that it would be unable to shoot at Franklin. While obviously I didn't want to push the pilot to his death, stealing the helicopter at the right moment seemed like my best bet, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't repeat the performance. This was in part because Franklin would always die after a certain amount of time, even if nothing actually killed him. I made a ridiculous amount of attempts trying to steal this helicopter within the time frame.
I need to do something about this shop.
Simply switching to Michael obviously saw no improvement, it just meant that Michael wouldn't auto shoot down the other helicopters. Eventually, I may have witnessed some unfortunate events that I may or may not have been involved in. So technically, I disabled their helicopter without killing anyone, so it progressed me to the next scene. However, I panicked as I thought I'd killed them, so I dived out of my helicopter. As I fell, their helicopter did explode. Looking back at this now, I think this should have counted as no kills, but I wasn't sure at the time, so I did go back and have another go at it. I mean, I didn't technically kill them. Honestly, I'm just gonna count the first one as no kills, because let's be real, I did progress to the next scene without any of them dying.
Put her down in the lot, Trevor.
Oh, come on, give the guy a break.
Michael, look at this, huh? New city, new set of problems, but the idiots, they stay the same.
Yep, I guess.
So I end another episode with a heavy heart, as I have to add 6 shots to Franklin and 1 shot to Michael. I also must apologize for the amount of time between last episode and this one. YouTube's lack of interest in this series and my having other content to create delayed its completion considerably. I will make my best effort to more speedily work on future episodes. Thanks for watching, have a good one.